I'm ready, man.
All right, let's dive in. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me on the line, he's got a new debut album out. His name? Derrick Stroup. Did I get the last name right?
Yeah, you nailed it. Thank you.
Did I really? Because I listened to Jimmy Fallon say it, and it sounded like he was questioning whether or not he did it right.
No, he did. He did. And, I've had a couple interviews today, and there's been a few different versions of it, but no, you nailed it on the first go. Derrick Stroup.
Hey, Derrick. Well, it's nice to meet you, sir. You got the debut comedy album out now. It's something that takes after my own heart, Eating Dinner Twice. Where did the name come from?
Yeah,
Let's hear it.
Well, it was going to be Fourth Meal, and then Taco Bell didn't love that. So we went with Eating Dinner Twice, which is exactly what it sounds like. And also really a love story about how I found Taco Truck in Denver, Colorado. I'd never been around them till I moved out here. And so
they're the
it's just
best.
a really fun. Yeah, it's the best. I mean, I've been chasing food my whole life, man. When I found out that there was something that meet me halfway, it's really done a lot for me. I love it. I didn't grow up with taco trucks, and so it's a fun story in my album that I share.
And you really do start chasing these things around. You find out where they are and you start showing up. You're almost like a taco groupie.
No, you are, but for sure. And I mean, I'm lucky. I've lived in the same neighborhood for a long time now, so I know where they're at. I know what nights that the taco trucks are certain places, and once you get it figured out, that's really the best. And I've got it pretty figured out. Denver, where I live, is a great city for taco trucks.
I love Denver. I haven't been there in a long time, but man, did I love that town. That and Golden, right up there where the Coors Light factory is.
Yeah, Golden's a great place. I mean, that's where the Coors Beer Factory is and originated, but it's also just a quaint little suburb right outside of Denver. But yeah, it's a great place to live for sure.
What is and forgive me, this is kind of off the trail, but was it Buffalo Rose? Is that the place in Golden?
Yeah. Buffalo Rose.
And
I believe that's what you're.
Like it was like a bar on part of it, but then it has a giant auditorium in it or something.
There's a Grizzly Rose here in Denver.
Okay. This was in Golden. It's been a while, so sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm probably missing on the venue. There's a Grizzly Rose in Denver. I don't know about the Buffalo Rose in Golden, but anything that has Rose in the name that sells beer is going to be an interesting joint.
Derrick Stroup on the line with me right now. All right, so Eating Dinner Twice, it's out. This is your debut comedy album, right?
Yeah, it's my first one, which is really exciting.
What was it like
when like music?
Okay, let me ask you this: who told you that you were getting your album? Like, where did the news come from?
I mean, that's going to come from my manager, but I had heard, Larry the Cable Guy kind of mentioned his label to me when I was working with him on the road, but we didn't really get into the business part of it or really dive into it. And then I had a manager reach out and was like, hey, Larry would love to have you on his label, and which made perfect sense. Our brands of comedy really match up, and he's been somebody I've looked up to and been a fan of, since I was a kid. So it's been a really neat opportunity.
How exciting was it when you got the news? I mean, that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah. I mean, it is. It's super exciting. Your first album, much like when a band has their first music album, some of your best stuff comes out on that because it's some of the stuff you've done and worked on the longest, some of your most original stuff. After you come out with your first album in music and in comedy alike, again, they want something from you every 18 to 24 months. And then now the cycle of creativity, that wheel gets shorter. When your first album comes out, it's usually something you've been working on 5, 7, 10 years. And that's kind of how this album is. It has some of my favorite bits that I've ever had on it. So when they came to me and they were like, hey, we're ready to put this down and make it permanent, I was more than ready. It was some really polished material.
Derrick Stroup on the line with me, talking about Eating Dinner Twice. Did they record it live or did you lay it down somewhere? Where was the recording taken?
We did 3 live shows at the Comedy Works South location in Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
And then you take those 3 and you kind of edit them into what you like. You wear the same outfit each night type deal. Say that?
Editing sorcery, huh?
Yeah. Well, you're just, I don't do the thing. I do just 3 live shows, bull right through it. Some of them, people will stop in the middle of the show. They'll let the crowd know, hey, if the comedian doesn't like how he told this joke or how she said this joke or how he told this joke, he's going to stop and redo it again. So look alive, be alive.
Wow, really?
I don't do that. Oh yeah. That's a little bit of a peek behind the curtain, but that's very common. I don't do that. I do 3 live shows, and then we'll look at them afterwards and figure out what we need to do, what we need to change, and yada yada. But we're going live the whole way through. I don't do any stopping in the middle.
I can't imagine. I don't, and it makes complete sense, but I've never thought about it like that.
Yeah. I mean, it would be awkward to be the crowd. I mean, just heard the bit.
Yeah.
You know how the punchline goes, and then the comedian goes, from the top. We're going to do that one again. And now you got a fake laugh. Seems like a nightmare.
No, but it makes sense. Sorry, I mean, in the world of editing and radio, you do a lot of editing for this type of stuff. So it makes sense when you just stumble and it's like, okay, I got to redo it, and I'll just cut it out later. But man, I never even thought about it for live comedy. That's crazy. Derrick Stroup on the line with me right now. Who was the first person you told you're getting the album? Who was that first call to?
First person I told would probably be my mom. Yeah, she would be who I would share most of my, you get big news. I'd go to Stacy first with it.
How did is that her name, Stacy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is there a reason why we call her Stacy, or just to get her name out there?
Yeah, I say Stacy sometimes. I use people's names in general. Now I would never to her go, "Hey Stacy, how are you doing?" But in conversation, like in that instance,
okay.
I might go, "Yeah, I'll reach out to Stacy." I was raised by Bill. If you know one Bill, you know every one of them. So I'll mention his name sometimes too.
Immediately, Bill from King of the Hill popped in my head.
See, and you're not far off.
Oh, really?
Not far off.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, going back to your mom.
Bills are pretty similar.
Oh, I know. Going back to your mom, what was she super excited? Was it like, hey, I got something going on right now, I'll get back to you in a minute? What was her reaction?
She was pumped. She's been excited about all the things that have happened in comedy, she's, comedy's a wild thing to tell your parents that you're getting into. And I got into it 13 years ago after I got 2 DUIs.
Oh, really?
So imagine this. I do one of my most viral bits is about how I got those 2 DUIs and how it was a different time and there was no Uber and Lyft and I had to, kind of fight for myself. But it's, part of my story. But, imagine getting 2 DUIs and then going to your parents and going, and now I'm going to be a comedian. I mean, she couldn't have cried any harder. So she's excited that this all worked out. And she loves hearing good news like that.
That's awesome. Derrick Stroup on the line. DerrickStroupComedy.com. We will put the link up at the website. What else is going on for you? I know you debut album's out. You got touring going on. What's going on in your life?
Well, just got done touring with Nate Bargatze all summer. We did about 10 dates. 5 of them were in Canada, about every 3 weeks or so. So that was really exciting. Now we're headed into fall, and I've got some huge things coming this fall that I can't quite share yet, but I'm really excited about. So just grinding away. As you can see, the tour schedule, boy, it is tight.
Yeah, it is.
It is tight. I'm out somewhere every weekend of my life. So I'm just looking forward to meeting more fans, meeting more people, doing more shows, and the show rolls on. It's an exciting time, man.
Hey, it looks like you're going to be in Des Moines at the end of September. I'm going to give you a recommendation real quick. If you do get in town and you can find it, if you can find Nina's Tacos, it's a great taco truck. It really is.
Oh, I will. Nina's?
Yep.
Okay, I'll track it down. I'm excited about coming to Des Moines. I'll be there in just a little under a month. So yeah, that'll be exciting.
Have you ever been here before?
No, I have not. I've been there with another comedian. I was at a theater downtown about 3 months ago, but I haven't been there to headline the club yet. So I'm excited.
That's awesome, man. Well, Derrick, hey, man, it was nice meeting you. Thank you so much for the time. Good luck with the tour. Good luck with the album, and nothing but the best. And seriously, if you can get Nina's Tacos, I'm just saying it's awesome.
Oh, I'll get it for sure. I will. Thanks for the recommendation. Thanks for having me on, man, and I'll talk to you next time. You have a good day.
All right, see you, Derrick.